So a few months back, I was browsing the PlayStation Store for any new games I found interesting to play, and I stumbled across a wonderful section titled the PS Plus Collection, filled with free games you can just download at your own desire if you have PlayStation Plus on your account. And then I saw it, Uncharted 4 in all of its glory. So I was like, that's a cool game that I've never played and seems interesting. So I decided I would make a video on it and installed it to my console. And I kind of put it off for a little while, but not too long ago, I actually found myself interested in summary videos. I would like summarize a game and review it, both which I've never done before ever in my life once. But I thought it'd be fun to try since it was something new and I've never done it before, and I figured, hey, I still have Uncharted 4 in my library. So I figured this would be a great game to give this type of video a shot on, but just bear with me here because I do not have any experience reviewing games or anything like that. It probably doesn't help that I know next to nothing about this game. Alright, here's what I know about Uncharted. Nathan Drake. There are 4 games. There's a movie that I thought was really good, and this is probably the end for him. But I think this will be fun, and I'll try to keep it as entertaining as I can for you guys so you can enjoy it the whole way through. So now let's jump into the story. So the story starts off with Nathan Drake and a crewmate named Sam, and they're heading towards this island in a storm. What? Whoa, dude, I haven't even started yet. What? There's already all kinds of action going on. I just started. I haven't even gotten into the story yet. Wait, hang on, stop. Okay. At this point in the game, we're not entirely sure why these two are getting chased, but I'm going to go ahead and guess it has something to do with buried treasure. Then, not too far into the chase, they hit you with the classic, you're probably wondering how I got here sort of thing. So they're taking you way back to how it all started to see how they got here. Okay, why in the world are we going this far back? Well, this is actually a very important chapter because in this chapter, titled The Lore of Adventure, we see Nathan when he was very young at an orphanage, and he looks outside of his window and sees someone flashing Morse code at him. So he proceeds to jump out of his window in the cold, wet, and slippery night. And parkours his way around like a professional Assassin's Creed. Wait.
I'll make up for it now.
And parkours his way around the building like he's from Assassin's Creed and uses his very polished ninja skills to not get caught by the...
I'm joking! Stop!
Just try not to get caught. And it turns out this person that he met is actually Sam from earlier, his brother. And he's here to inform Nathan about a few new things that have come up, including his 250cc...
250? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, 500cc bike. The fact that he's got a job offer and he's going to be leaving for a couple of years, and that he's found their mother's belongings at a nearby house, and he wants to offer to take him to go get those things. So he accepts and they go for a ride. Alright.
What?
Wait, what is happening right now?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Well, that moment of glory was shattered by Nathan getting a fistful of reality. Now we've hit a time jump to Nathan in a Pandemanium prison where he's getting into fights with folks in a Senta solitary.
Get up.
Man, I was having a great dream, too.
It seems like my man had a little too much time to himself in there. And it turns out this was all intentional because he is helped by an associate of his on the inside named Vargas, which is actually a warden of the prison. And he's assisting Nathan on his search for Henry Avery's long-lost treasure. And one of the clues to the location of it is in an abandoned tower in the corner of the prison where his cell once was. And Vargas is like, I'll only let you do it if you give me a portion of the treasure. And Nathan's like, fine. And at this point in the game, this is when they really start to introduce you to the grappling hook, which I'm telling you is kind of addicting. I can't even count how many times I caught myself just swinging from it for extended periods of time and trying to get to secret spots that you probably weren't even supposed to land in the first place.
I can't let go! I'm just scared!
I'm dead. Grenade. You just have to remember to let go.
Okay, got a zodiac symbol. Sagittarius. And the Scorpio sign.
I gotta look at what the heck that even looks like. In every cell, you do a puzzle which leads you to find a cross of St. Dismas, which Nathan proceeds to disregard telling Vargas about, and heads back to the yard to talk to, oh look, it's Sam. It looks like they got themselves thrown in here together alongside a guy I could not tell you the name of. Something seems off about this guy. I mean, look at him. He seems odd. And these three go to a more private area to discuss what they found, and they come to the conclusion that Henry Avery's next clue is in Scotland! Because there's a cathedral of St. Dismas, and that's actually Henry Avery's last known sighting. So they make plans to get out, and oh boy. They forgot it was ass whooping o'clock. And honestly, this is where I started to realize how fun the combat really is in this game. I mean, for real. It's like you're on a real fight. I love to make the sound effects on fights. And later on in the... Oh my gosh. Vargas came in with a stick. The nightstick. And is bothered at Nathan because he never told him that he actually did find something up there in Henry Avery's old cell.
The price just went up.
So he takes them to a room to negotiate, and they actually come to an agreement fairly... Oh my god!
Stan.
Stop. Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Yes.
This guy has some strange negotiating skills, and I told you there was something off about him. Look at him. Look at him. Then this leads to the trio to have to make a quick escape from the prison, which was actually a whole lot of fun. I mean, you're dodging bullets out here like you're Tom Cruise. And just when they're about to make it, Sam dies. Supposedly. I mean, we literally just saw him like 5 minutes ago at what appears to be the end of the game. So, in that case, we'll see you soon, Sam. 15 years later, we find Nate working for an underwater salvage company, which for him is about as close as he can get to the treasure hunting he used to do back in the day. But at least if his job ever becomes boring, he can rely on the wisecracking banter that him and his coworkers seem to have a lot of with each other.
You know what's stunning? Your smell.
I don't know, man. I kind of like it. Reminds me of your mom.
When he starts to head home, we are greeted by a man named Jameson, who is eager to share with Nathan some news about a crashed ship off the coast of Malaysia that has some goodies to collect, and has no competition because nobody has the permits to go get those goodies. But that's pirating, come on, Nathan's retired, he doesn't do that anymore. But Jameson insists on him taking it home with him, so Nathan looks at it for like 2 seconds and shelves it almost immediately, and has no plans of laying eyes on it any further. Poor Jameson. But you can tell that Nathan does miss his treasure hunting days as he reminisces of the collections that he has, such as old photos, doubloons, some weird glowing rocks, the cross of St. Dismas from earlier, and... Oh, gotcha. Oh, who wants some? Who wants some? Woo, woo, get some. Yo!
Take that.
Still got it. Nathan also reminisces of some old photos on a camera he has as well.
Hello.
Whoa, 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 too much. And look who it is, the lovely Elena. Stop. Stay focused. Focus on the story. Nathan asks her how her day is, and she starts to talk about work and all this other stuff that's going on in her life, and it's very nice for her to vent to Nathan again, and he's drifting off again, isn't he? Oh, hell no. Nathan, listen, hey.
What? Just keep going. It was interesting.
Interesting. What's my article about?
Nathan really does miss the chase. Elena gets up to wash dishes, but my man is a gentleman and offers, but she insists, so he vets her by beating her high score on, oh my goodness gracious, it's Crash Bandicoot! Now that is super cool, and bro, they actually let you play this joint too, man, that is awesome. Your main objective for this is to beat the 3500 high score, and wait a minute, I wasn't done yet. Fine. Well, this is nice. Man, he really just can't seem to stop thinking about Crash Bandicoot.
Hey, are you happy?
Not unless I could beat that Crash Bandicoot score. Are you kidding me right? Nope, I'm playing.
Yo, you gotta be fucking.
The next day.
Nathan is doing business as usual when he gets a knock on the door and is greeted by, hey, it's Sam. See, I knew he'd be fine. Man, my man doesn't even have a scratch. Oh, gosh.
Wow.
That's not good looking. He starts to converse with Nathan all night long about the kind of stuff they've been up to for the last 15 years, and then come morning time, things are about to get serious. Sam tells Nathan that he is in deep shit, and not the good kind.
What?
He tells him that while he was in prison, he met a man named Hector Alcazar. He shares a story about finding Henry Avery's treasure, and how convenient this is right here. This guy has a whole army of folks blasting through the prison to come save him right now. And he asks Sam if he wants to come join him to accomplish his goal of finding the treasure, and they break out of prison in a crazy fiery shootout. And once out, Hector asks Sam what's next for him now that they're out.
Jesus, what is next? I think about
But he doesn't care about that. What he does want to know is how long it's going to take Sam to find Avery's treasure like he was telling him earlier. And Sam tells him it's a little bit hard for him to determine right now. And he's stopping the bandits.
Oh, hell no. No, he just playing, man. He playing, he mean that. He meant cut me loose. Let me go.
And Hector, in classic villain fashion, threatens Sam to tell him what he wants him to hear when he doesn't hear what he wants to hear, and expects Sam to have the treasure in 3 months? Are you kidding me? Gosh, villains are so freaking annoying. How do you expect that out of someone? This man is not superhuman. When Sam tells him what he wants him to hear, this man starts to help up Sam like everything's fine and tells him how to get to the nearest town. I mean, I think Sam's expression speaks for a lot of us with how confusing this all is. And then Hector drives off and abandons Sam in the middle of nowhere.
Well, you can't just give us a ride.
So Nathan decides he's going to help Sam out and calls Elena, telling her that he is going to take that Malaysia job after all. I wonder how long that's going to last.
Women always figure out the truth. Always.
Alrighty, so at this point, let's see what we have learned so far in the story. Yes, I'm a professor now. Please don't ask why. So for a quick summary of what we learned, we will go through important plots in the 3 chapters I've managed to cover in about 10 minutes time now. Gosh, I've really got to work on my pacing. Number 1! Elena. Kinda bad, not gonna lie. That is why I brought you in here today. Thoughts, go. Oh yeah, we're all virtual. Was this even necessary? I mean, at this point, we're like 12 minutes now and I just talked about my pacing. I mean, class, are you enjoying this? Oh yeah, that's right. Well, anyway, since we've done a quick recap, let's see what Nathan and Sam are gonna do next.
See anything yet? It's a bunch of high-class, low-life criminals all cleaned up for prom.
So Nathan and Sam pull up to a party in tuxedos going full-blown sneaky James Bond mode because here, there's an auction going on. For what, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. Remember the St. Dismas cross from earlier? It turns out that this is not the only one. The one they had was broken and hollow with nothing in it, but based on a picture that Sam has, this one is still intact and almost surely has the next clue to Henry Avery's treasure location. Nathan and Sam are able to infiltrate this invite-only party because they have an inside man, and they go to the top floor to meet him, and hey, look, it's Sully. I know him as Mark Wahlberg because I didn't play the first 3 games. When inside the party, they realize the cross is being auctioned off earlier than expected, leading the trio to have to come up with a plan on the spot, which is to do the classic cut the lights out and steal the cross within seconds before anybody sees it. But first, they need to get access to such a place to pull that off, and the waiters apparently have access to go through almost any door because they're waiters, with the use of a key card, leading Nathan to have to eye a waiter's rear end for a very uncomfortable amount of time waiting for a window of opportunity so that he can grab the key card. Don't do it, man. I gotta do it. I don't want to, but I gotta do it, man. Speak quickly. What do I gotta say? I gotta do it to save the world. Speak quickly. I'm going.
Touching his ass, I'm touching his ass, I'm touching his ass, I'm touching his ass. Oh my God.
We will never speak of this. Once they grab the key card, Nathan and Sam make their way to the power room where Sully waits on the auction floor for them to get the job done. But suddenly...
Hands in the air.
This character is Nadine Ross, the leader of a militia called the Shoreline, which she is using to her advantage to get the lead on the hunt for Avery's treasure. And she's actually accompanied by, that guy from prison, and they are in cahoots together trying to get Avery's treasure. Anyways, as that awkward conversation is going on, Nathan manages to cut out the power, and Sam makes a break for it to grab the cross. Meanwhile, Nathan has to sneak his way around the mansion, and when he thinks he's in the clear...
Oh, scusi.
Sorry, that's Italian.
Dang! Nice! Oh, dang, Nadine is tough. Holy smokes. After that conflict, Nathan reunites with Sam under some gunfire.
Wait, what?
Why didn't you just shoot them? Shortly after, Sully pulls up with a getaway car, and Nathan and Sam hop in and get the heck out of there to discuss the next move. Back at an apartment, they find a paper inside of the cross, which Avery's clues point to the next clue being at the St. Dismas Cathedral in Scotland! But wait, didn't they already figure that out earlier in the prison? Well, this paper actually points out that the clue is in the graveyard, not at the cathedral. So with all that said, Scotland! I don't think this is Scottish. Now Nathan and Sam are finally in Scotland and they continue their search for the treasure, and here they discover Avery's fake tombstone with his alias Benjamin Bridgeman. And they had to do a puzzle or two earlier in the game, but this is when they really start to introduce you to puzzles in this game, which are fascinatingly elaborate. I mean, I see this stuff in movies and video games and I always think to myself, somebody had to build this stuff. There were employees, money, and lunch breaks going on when this stuff was made. After these puzzles, you overhear Nadine and that one guy talking and arguing, and honestly, this just seems like it's the beginning of the end, because these two are having differences and
you've been wanting to level this place
guys,
since we got here.
Guys, I'm trying to summarize.
Whatever even made it to that auction. The same auction where I couldn't have my men around to deal with any surprises.
The auction was the
I'm trying to tell instead of going with my
I'm trying to explain
that I'm gonna. And now we have.
Shut the fuck up! You're always...
I'm surprised he didn't stab her. Some traversing later, Nate and Sam find themselves in a room with a cross and some doubloons! And when Sam lifts one, a light shines from the ceiling, showing Madagascar and a star pointing to Kings Bay. How do you make that? I mean, the contraption needed to pull something like this off, that they have to be in the walls. How do you make that? And this leads to Nate and Sam figuring out that this whole thing with the puzzles and all that was just a test, and anybody who passed would just know exactly where to meet Avery. Wow, treasure hunting is fun. Are you serious? These villains just really have a way of shortcutting everything and stealing all the glory. One of Nadine's associates during this scene gets a little too comfortable with all the fascinating stuff around. Gosh, if only he would have just plummeted right there. This all leads to a badass shootout with Nate and Sam catching up with Sully again as another getaway driver, but a flyer in this case. Sully sure does do a lot of waiting. And now the team is in Madagascar, and you're actually able to free roam a little bit, and you could just drive the truck around the map, and I took full advantage of this, and you know what I had to do? I had to do some extra money! After some time, you enter the tube at Kings Bay where the map from earlier pointed, and look, another map. You tell me you had to travel halfway across the world for another damn map? And this one points to other towers in Madagascar where another clue could possibly be. So they decide to split up. Not a good idea when you're a fugitive that has a gang of crooks looking for you. And Nate and Sully make their way to a nearby city with one of the clock towers potentially holding the next clue. And this city is very diverse. And oh my gosh, it's King Julian!
I question why you touched the feet!
The feet! I told you, but didn't I tell him about the feet?
He did tell you about the feet.
Once inside the clock tower, you do another puzzle which you have to jerry-rig and ring the bell yourself because the original contraption did not work anymore, which causes the whole inside of the clock tower to collapse on itself, and nobody outside noticed how. But
At least I got the door open though, huh?
and oh my gosh, speaking of elaborate puzzles, I would just like to give a round of applause to whoever designed this puzzle right here.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm clapping, ain't I? Am I clapping?
Honestly, I think this puzzle was a piece of shit. It was really difficult for me to figure out how the sequence went on this one, so I just did a bunch of combinations until I got the right one. And on the last one, I literally just had to YouTube it because it was just taking too long for me to figure it out. And after you figure all that out...
Talking about it.
Oh yeah, just
Sam,
go ahead,
answer
the phone call in the middle of my summary. Go ahead.
Here I am. I'm calling what I thought was Sullivan's phone, and look who picked...
Why'd you do that? I got all my data in there.
Buy a new one.
This dude hacked his phone with what technology? How? Are you a spy? This leads to another really badass chase, and I mean, wow, this game does a really amazing job of making these action sequences super fun. Like, for real, it makes you just want to play it over again. Once they escape that, they head back home to an apartment and...
How's the Malaysia job going, Nate?
I can explain.
How the fuck did you find these guys? Are you a spy? Are you siding with what's-his-face? Who the fuck are you? Oh wow, would you look at the time? We're almost at 20 minutes into this video, and I'm really trying to keep this video under 25 minutes, so I might have to speedrun this. Okay, I'll admit I'm gonna speedrun this, so buckle your seatbelts, prepare yourself. Oh my gosh, I really need to work on my pacing. Here we go! So Nate and Sam go to an island and do some puzzles to find out where to go next to find Avery's treasure. That's pretty much chapter 12. But Shoreline pops up. Typical. But hey look, this is familiar. How about that? Now we're all caught up, and Nate and Sam get stranded and separated. This far to be exact. How? I don't know. And you actually have to go this entire distance pretty much. Oh my gosh. Now you're all alone in the jungle, surrounded by militia, who I'm pretty sure all have the jungle madness. Nate and Sam reunite, and by chance end up at the front doorstep to Henry Avery's secret pirate utopia that's wide out in the open and somehow didn't get discovered in a world with GPS and Google Maps. They find some stuff. One thing that stuck out to me was this pirate code of conduct, which basically says any deserters will get jacked, but I'm just surprised it doesn't say something like, oh, I don't know, loot anything that moves. You explore some more, and then find yourself at a big old vault. Now Avery would keep his very secret riches in his very secret vault and his very secret pirate utopia, right? Let's see. Surprise, surprise, there's no money in here. It turns out that this pirate utopia actually got raided by the colonists that lived in it, so Avery and his team were like,
we getting the fuck out of here.
And they took all their money and literally pushed it somewhere else. I mean, like, literally all of it. This place is bone dry. But check out this design fella right here. The secret place that they brought their secret treasure to in their secret pirate utopia actually has a map to it on the ceiling. Why? Whose idea was that? So you make your way there, and I was really hoping that you actually didn't have to traverse this whole distance, but thankfully you don't, because you run into Nadine in the middle of it and have a fight.
Okay, mango.
What are you on about?
Oh, it's my safe word.
My safe word is pineapple juice.
And you also run into,
all of you.
No.
Rafe.
Rafe, that's his name. That's what I've been trying to tell you all this whole time. See, that's Rafe. That's Rafe right there. Everybody knows Rafe. That's Rafe. See? Come on, guys. All you gotta do is listen. You gotta pay attention. And this is a big scene where the tea really gets to spilling. It's revealed that Hector Alcazar. Do you guys even remember me mentioning that guy earlier? It turns out that the prison escaped. The 3-month deadline for Sam to get the treasure, or else he was toast. Fake. All of it was fake. It turns out that Rafe literally bribed the prison guard to have Sam walk out the front door. And that must have been a pretty hefty amount of cash, considering they accepted cash from the same guy who killed the original warden. People, am I right? And he said Hector Alcazar even died like 6 months ago. Rafe realizes that he pretty much only needs Sam at this point and attempts to shoot Nate, but Sam takes the bullet. Nathan falls and head slams right into a flashback, where they go to get their mother's belongings like they were gonna go to earlier, and they enter the house through a big ass window that was open for some reason. They have to sort through this many papers, and they meet a friend of their mom's who hand delivers their mother's belongings over to them. The cops show up, they make an escape, and they reveal on the scene that Sam and Nate actually changed their last names to Drake, signifying that they were going to be starting a new life as treasure hunters. Nate wakes up and is greeted by Elena, who I'm pretty sure is a spy at this point. How did you find these guys? Traversal. You find to steal a Jeep. Extreme Mutton! Puzzles, shootout, there's dialogue that I couldn't hear. I can't hear what they're saying. Nathan is still struggling with slippery slopes. Are you? Slippery. New Devon. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that they actually kidnapped Sam after this. I'm pretty sure that this is the chick from Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm a horologist.
Nathan and Elena find Henry Avery's old crew. It looks like they all got too crunk and died. The end. Psych, just kidding. It turns out Henry Avery and his accomplice Q got greedy and spiked all the other pirates' drinks like professional hitmen. Nathan and Elena go to the basement of Henry Avery's mansion, where they actually spend some alone time together. It's just me and you, Elena.
Relax. I brought some matches.
Ow, that's my head.
Oh, and there's traps. Along with tunnels full of trust issues. You make your way out. Elena dies, but we keep it rolling. Psych, just kidding. She was faking it and was strangely good at it too. Then you locate Sam. Pirate ship battle. Crash Bandicoot and Uncharted crossover. Sully's here for some reason. Oh yeah, that's right. He's a getaway guy. Again, Sam goes with the team, but he says, oh hell no, I'm not gonna leave the treasure here when the treasure's literally right here around the corner. Nathan chases him and says, get your ass back here. And during that, you overhear this conversation between Rafe and Nadine arguing because Nadine is content with a little bit of the treasure, but Rafe wants it all. No surprise. Nadine says that she feels that Nate and Sam actually earned the treasure because they did the work. I'm getting good team vibes here, but uh-oh.
Hey, let me tell you something. I wish you would put your hands on me. I promise you, boo-boo. No, don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch and walk away. Come back.
She shows him who's boss really quick. He gets up and threatens her at gunpoint to keep going with him. Nathan proceeds because he realizes that's none of his business. Avery's big ass ship. Avery's treasure. Nathan goes to a treasure room to find Sam, but finds Rafe instead. But wait, where's Sam? Oh, there he is. Oh, and hey, look, there's Avery and Two. It looks like they killed each other over a couple of balloons. No honor among thieves whatsoever. Standoff. Nadine. Uh-oh. Nathan 2-on-1.
You learn. What are you doing?
Yo, mama. Nadine boats. Get it? Because, you know, big ass ship. Nathan becomes the best pirate I've ever seen in my whole entire life, and when all hope is nearly lost, he says, hey, you know what, Rafe? You can have the treasure. And Rafe's like, oh shit, why didn't you say so? I mean, the treasure practically just fell right in his lap. Sam says he's too stuck and Nathan needs to go on without him, so he does. Psych, just kidding. Of course he's gonna save his brother. Why would he ever abandon him? They get the heck up out of there. Sully and Sam seem to be cooking up a story that might become Uncharted 5, or maybe a DLC. It's probably the DLC. Sometime later, Nathan is back at work when Jameson comes in and says, "Hey, Nathan. Oh yeah, by the way, I sold the whole entire business to you and Elena." And he walks out of there. And Nathan's like, "What the fuck? Get your ass back here." But wait, Elena's here too? She's in on it? Why the fuck does Nathan not have any say in the financial decisions here?
All you need to know is that you'd be making a very wise investment.
What the fuck are you talking about? This company's in the fucking red. We haven't had any business since that guy got roasted so hard earlier that he jumped off and quit, and they had that lawsuit.
Call me when you're through.
You got it.
But thankfully there's hope, as Elena got the permits to the Malaysia job from earlier, somehow. Who the fuck is your connection? Are you a spy? But Nathan seems to be cool with it as he laughs it off and the camera pans off to the sunset. The end. But wait, no, not the end. There's more. Epilogue. Crash Bandicoot high score. Oh shit, they have a daughter now. Her name is Cassie. They can thank Henry Avery for that.
Ow, that's my head.
There's a dog.
Hey, Vicky.
Scraps. The dog's name is Scraps. The second. Cassie is definitely an adventurer. You can tell by the way she professionally snoops through her parents' dresser and finds a lot of history there. I'm just glad that she didn't find the camera. She gets busted. They're like, "Alrighty, we're gonna give you the talk." Oh shit. But don't worry, this talk is just about Nate and Elena's history together. And they walk it off so you probably can't hear it, but it's probably just about how to be a treasure hunter 101. And that's the end. Did you get that? So yeah, overall, I thought Uncharted 4 was actually a really great game. I actually found myself really enjoying the story and the characters inside of it. And I'm really big on action, and I thought they aced it with the action in the game. The action was like a ton of fun, like holy smokes. And that's my review. That's my first time actually reviewing something, so rookie review. And hey, you never know, maybe one of these days I'll get around to doing a video on the Lost Legacy. No guarantees though. And yeah. I hope everybody that watched this enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Subway!